Okay, so you're ready to build your brackets in your open tournament using predefined weight classes. So just an overview of kind of what I've got going here. This is three groups. Within those groups, we have these set weight classes. I have about 4 bracket types here, depending on the size of my brackets. But now I'm ready to go ahead and build. So what I want to do is show you quickly how you can build one of those brackets if you just need to do them one at a time or would like to do them one at a time. So if I pick any of these divisions and I go to this particular weight class here, let's say 45, I just want to make sure I have the correct bracket type. Show you how to do that all at once in just a minute. But then you'll see I have all my wrestlers here. And let's say this instance, I'm just seeding by hand. And this is not necessarily what this video is about, but let's say that this was the reason you wanted to do this. And I was hand seeding these like this. All I would need to do then is go ahead and build the bracket. I could choose how deep I wanted to seed. Let's say in this case, I just want to seed through 3. I hit build. And now that one bracket will be built. And you'll notice that these 3 wrestlers got seated, the rest of them got drawn in. So that's how you could do this if you're doing one at a time. There may be situations where you want to do that. Typically, in most of these open type tournaments, you're going to want to build them all at once, and I'll show you how to do that. And this is really the intent of this video. So 3 steps really, again, knowing that in my groups and divisions, I have three groups. You might have more. Within this group, I have all my weight classes. You'll notice that I don't have a bracket type selected, and the reason for that is prior to this, I didn't know how many wrestlers were in each one. So a couple things I want to do first. 3 steps. In the bracketing menu, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to assign weight classes to wrestlers. And all this is really going to do is make sure that all of the wrestlers in this event are in a weight class, that there are no errors in data entry or registration, whatever that case might be. I could do one group at a time. I could do a couple. In this case, I'm going to do all of them. If you're doing a split session tournament, it might be where you just do a couple of groups or maybe even one. For this demo, I'm going to do them all, and all I do is click assign weight classes. And I get this message saying no wrestlers with an actual weight aren't already in a weight class, and that's exactly what I want to see there. So we want to make sure all the wrestlers are in there in a weight class first. Then what I want to do is assign the brackets to the weight classes. So I click here. Again, you can do multiple groups at once. You could do one at a time. This information down here, most of you are never going to change this, but you certainly can. I don't think it's probably something most of you will do, but the example is if there's 7 wrestlers, we're putting that in an 8-man. Once we get to, I guess 11, anything over 8, go to 9, going on a 16. So it just kind of walks through, depending on the size of the weight class. What defaults in here is going to work for almost everybody, so don't feel like you need to change this. If you have a reason or know what you're doing here, you certainly can. But all I'm going to do, check mark the groups I want to work with. I'm going to assign bracket types. This one takes just a minute. 66, all of my weight classes got assigned a bracket type. If you see a message here that says maybe like 2 weight classes didn't have one, it's probably those weight classes that have 0 wrestlers in it. So you just want to go back through. If you ever get a message there saying that it didn't work for a particular or X number of weight classes, you just want to go back to your groups and divisions page and look for that. And you'll notice that all of these have bracket types now. If you saw some yellow still here, that's what you'd want to do. So again, we have all our wrestlers and weight classes. We have bracket types assigned. And then the third step is to go ahead and build and delete. Go to build, delete brackets. I'm going to build them. I'm going to select all of them. If you had seeds saved, you could choose to use the saved seeds. If you're not seeding, just a random draw, you can just draw all the seeds, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click build. I'm choosing to draw all of these instead of using seeds, but you certainly could do that differently. This will take just a second. And once all those are built, you'll get a message telling you how many of those brackets got built. And then we'll just, as soon as this is done, we'll go and kind of double check it. There you see it, 66. And then what we want to do, and there's another video on this, again, any of these menus, but if I go to groups and divisions and I just pick any of these groups, they're all going to look very similar. Now you'll notice that a bunch of this yellow is gone, the brackets are built, the seeds got saved, even though we weren't really seeding, but they get saved as you build. And then the only thing left in yellow here that's, you know, kind of being drawn to our attention is these mat assignments, which is not something we're going to cover in this video, but that hopefully shows you how to build your brackets in an open tournament using predefined weights.